Hey you, it's Reese, and we are back with another word. I had this dream some weeks ago. I was sitting on it because I thought it was just for me until I saw a couple other prophetic words that each one spoke on something about, what I had in my dream. And I was like, oh, I was supposed to release this. My bad. So I'm releasing it now. And I'm releasing it now. This is a long video. This is a long video because it was a long dream, and I'm not quite sure how to break it up into smaller videos. So I'm doing a longer video this time. Sorry. All right. So first things first. My birthday's coming up. Yeah, I said this in my last video, but it's surrounding this too. So my birthday's coming up, and I was thinking about someone I can go out with for my birthday because, God's had me, in seclusion, isolation. And I'm like, you don't really let me hang out with no one. So, who can I go out with for my birthday? And I recently met someone at church, and I was like, oh, she might be fun to hang out with for my birthday, whatever. So this is how God let me know. Yeah, no. So actually, I just did another video, and I forgot that video happened after this. Yeah, I think I said something about this in my other video too, but it's mainly more so for this one. So anyway, God gave me a dream when I was thinking about inviting this person out for my birthday. And so this is how he let me know, no. I was like, all right, okay. All right. So we were driving in an old pickup truck. And so God revealed to me, we were in an old pickup truck because where my mind was going with, wanting to go out for my birthday and all this other stuff, not that I was going to go out and do anything bad, but I could slowly start to pick up old habits. So the old pickup truck represented picking up old habits. And she is younger than me, so I know she's still, even though I'm at her church and, we're not all perfect, but, some of the stuff I could tell she dibbles and dabbles in, I don't dibble and dabble in anymore. So, you are the company you keep. That's not just a saying for, birds of a feather flock together. No, God's like, no, you really are. You really are, the company that you keep. And if you are in a light and dark places, like somebody's going to get switched and changed. And usually it's not you doing the changing most of the time. It's, you're not bringing Christ into their world. They're bringing sin back into yours. And, you could be susceptible to it. So us driving the old pickup truck represented picking up old habits, and we were on a dirt road up to the mountains. So the old dirt road is just kind of, like that old dirty road. Like, you about to head back down that old dirt road. I've been down that road plenty of times. I don't want to go back down that road. So we're headed up to the mountains. Out of nowhere, we get up to the mountains, and the mountains turn into huge ice, snowy mountains. Now, I've had a dream about snow before, but in that dream, sorry, some of the stuff I got to make sure I get his okay to be speaking on. In that dream, I was in awe of the snow. I was like, oh my God, wow, look at all this snow. Like, this is a lot of snow. And so God revealed to me later that the snow represented, wealth, money. Like, that's why I was in awe of it. I was like, oh my God, wow, this is so much snow. And so in this dream, I was like, oh my God, wow. Because these are huge, icy, snowy mountains, scary. And they were like, kind of look like icebergs and avalanches, because they were like colliding on top of each other, like they were moving. And we're in this truck trying to navigate how to get out of this, like we're about to crash and tumble down one of these mountains, and we're about to die. So I was scared. I was scared in the dream, like, oh my God, how are we going to get out of here? So that part of the dream that's why God has been so, been pressing the word. You make sure you don't have nobody around you that I didn't already told you need to cut off, or I told you need to separate from indefinitely or for now. That's why God has been so adamant about us checking our circle and making sure we have the right people around us, or we don't have certain people around us, or some of us don't have nobody around us really at all. And that's why, because the levels he's bringing us to and the things he's bringing us into, it's not going to, it can be detrimental to us if we have the wrong people around us. So that's what that part of the dream meant. And so somehow, I think I jumped out of the truck. And then all of a sudden it's nighttime. It's dark, super dark. And I'm like kind of laying on top of one of the mountains. And I look down and you can see like a pond, and it's dark. Everything's dark. And I could barely see, this person that I met at church, and she's in the pond, and it's super dark. Like everything's dark. Like I could barely see her. It looks scary. And so I call out, like, are you okay? I'm coming to get you. And so, she was halfway in the pond, halfway on the grass trying to get herself out. And so, so she yelled back, yeah, she was fine or whatever. So I go down and get her. So then it goes into, and that represents something as well. It was completely dark. I could barely see. I could barely see her, and I could barely see, the ground and the pond and stuff she was in, and it looked scary. So you have to make sure you are staying in his divine will and alignment for you, because some of the things we go through, we bring it amongst ourselves if we don't listen. So I definitely took heed to this dream, and I was like, okay, I'll go out with whoever you want me to go out with, which is my kids. Yeah, I'm going out with my children for my birthday / New Year's Eve. So it is what it is. That's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. They got kind of matching outfits and everything. So yeah, pictures to come on my Instagram and Facebook. Anyway, so we find a house. There's a house somewhere in this area, and it wasn't this dark anymore. It was still, I believe it was still nighttime, but we could still see. And so there's this couple, and they let us in. And they said we could stay and get ourselves together and all this other stuff. And I was just like, oh, wow, that's so sweet of them. Thank you so much. And so they leave, and I forgot what he does. He either works at I think he works at a church. Like they're good people. I don't know if they're God-fearing people, but they were good people. And we still had our truck. We still had the pickup truck. And so we were not leaving because we were staying with them for a few days. So we were leaving, and when we get to the truck to go somewhere, she pulls out something that belonged to him or, to this family. And she was, basically like, let's take it. And I don't remember what she was wanting to do with it, but I felt like, oh my God, like she's wanting to steal this stuff. I'm not about to steal this stuff, really? But in my dream, I used to be a huge kleptomaniac. Like I used to steal all the time. I used to steal a lot, and I used to steal for the heck of it. A lot of the stuff I stole was because I could and because I wanted to, not because I actually needed something. I stole because I could. Like I got so bad to the point where my sister would tell me, before we go into a store, you better not steal nothing. And I'd be like, okay, all right. Like that's how bad it was that she had to tell me not to steal. So in the dream, she was wanting to take something of theirs, and I was wrestling with it in my spirit. Like I knew it was wrong. I knew I didn't want to do it, but I still felt a pressure. And I'm like, am I really about to steal this just because she wants to steal this? Like, what? And even when I woke up from the dream, I was like, were you really going to steal that just because she wanted to? Like, Cherise, you have come too far with your walk with God. And that just goes to show you, it doesn't matter how far you are. Satan will do anything to creep his way back in. We all fall. I don't care who you are. That's why you have to be so careful. And that's why you have to pay attention to your Father when he tells you to do or not to do something. Hang out with, don't hang out with. It doesn't matter. Listen to him. He knows best. So in my dream, like I was like, wow, I think you were about to steal that. And you know you don't steal no more. It's been years since I've, stolen. Anyway, so we go back to their house and, she was just saying how, clean their house and stuff was. And I'm like, yeah, it is really clean. And they had two, do they have two dogs? They had a dog or two dogs. Anyway, their dog shed a lot of hair. And I have a huge hair for whatever phobia, like just, oh my God. So I went into the bathroom to clean myself off because I don't remember seeing fur and hair and stuff around the house, but it was on us. It was on us. And so I was like, dang, like for the house to be so clean and stuff, how do I have so much hair on me? So for those of you that know about Shiba Inu and all that other stuff, basically what that represented is we kind of pretty much just blew through that money. It shed. It was all over us. The dog represented Shiba Inu and, the fur being all over us. It was over me. It was over her too, but I went to go clean myself off. And I was just like, wow, look at all this stuff on me. It was like, look at all this. I felt like not wasted. You can't waste fur or hair, but it was just kind of like I have all this stuff on me. Like, what am I even going to do with it? Like, what is it here for? Like, it was shedded hair. And meaning, we blew the money. We blew the money. So that is the end of that dream. And that basically, you need to watch the company you keep. You need to be careful who you have around you. You need to seek your Father on the things that you do, the people that you hang out with or that you're around. You need to be careful with all of that and listen to your Father because he knows best. And this video actually wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. So woohoo to that. But yeah, that's all I got in this video. I think I broke down and explained everything. If I didn't, go ahead and drop a comment and let me know what I may need to elaborate on. But hopefully you understood this dream. Okay. All right. That's all I got for you guys on this video. Until next time, remember, God loved you then. No matter what you did back then, he loves you now. No matter what you're doing right now. And he'll love you in the future. No matter what you do in the future, God loves you and he calls you righteous. So stay righteous. And I'm out to bye.